Hey guys, if you're interested in seeing how I got this rich, warm undertone to my hair using henna, please stay tuned to the recipe as well as the application process. Okay, so I start out by preparing my red decaffeinated tea. I chose red because I want that color, and decaf because caffeine can be drying to your hair. So you don't want to apply caffeine to your hair. It can dry it out. So I'm starting off with my Jamila Henna and my apple cider vinegar. Now this acidic liquid that the apple cider vinegar provides actually allows the dye to release in that henna. So I add that before adding any of the other powders because I want that that direct impact first. So I'm going to add my vinegar a little at a time because I do not want my mask to be too liquidy. I want it to actually be thick. You don't want it all runny, and then it'll make this process, the application process, even more messier than it already is. So I'm really careful with the liquid because I got to add the tea after. So now I'm going in with my aloe vera powder. You know, aloe vera can be moisturizing. So I want to add as much moisture to my hair in this mask as possible. Hibiscus powder also can be moisturizing. Another upside to this powder is that it's red. So once again, I'm trying to get as much tint or pigment on my strands as possible. You know, I've actually used beets, boiled beets, to get red in the ingredient. So now I'm adding the tea, the red tea. Like once again, I told you I've used beets before. You can try that too. It's more natural. So yeah, I want to mix it up. Make sure you get all the lumps out. I'm going to cover it now because I have it all prepped, but I'm not finished. It has to sit. You got to let the dye release in a warm, humid temperature. So I'm going to set mine outside in the garage where it's hot and muggy. And it's already. I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours. Okay, so my hair has been washed. It's actually been clarified. I wanted to strip my strands before applying the henna. I'm putting on my gloves because I don't want my fingers to stain. And that's my henna. So I'm going to apply it from my ends to roots, making sure my strands are completely saturated because I want the color on all my strands. Now, as you can see, my ends, I do have some dye where I dyed my hair about 2 years ago. But since then, I haven't used a chemical dye. I've been hiding my gray using henna. So I'm being really careful because, you know, this stuff can get everywhere. It can be a mess. And I'm freaking out because it's everywhere already. It's on my hands and I just don't want it to get anywhere else. So a little bit about henna. I think you are aware of the benefits. It reduces shedding. It makes your hair overall just stronger. You see less breakage. It promotes growth. It eliminates dandruff. Of course, it promotes growth because of the antibacterial and antifungal properties. So if you have any of those problems, try doing a henna. And I only do it once a year. I don't do it often. I know people say it can change your curl pattern. I have not experienced that. Well, I've experienced it temporarily. Like you will see in the picture, my strands are more elongated, but it only lasts for like 2 or 3 days for me. So my curl pattern isn't changed permanently. So I'm just finishing up here, making sure I get all my strands, especially around the perimeter of my head, because that's where my grays are. And it turns my grays like this weird blondish color. So it kind of blends in with the rest of my hair. They're not noticeable. So I'm just putting my hair up because I'm going to sleep in this for about 6 hours. I slept about 6 hours before rinsing this out. So yeah, the next day I rinsed it out. I did not shampoo it. I rinsed it. I applied a conditioner and I rinsed that out. And I And that was it. That was it. And that's how I got the color you see in the picture. And I had leftovers, and you can actually freeze it. Okay, so this is my hair again. Those undertones you see are from the henna. Thanks guys for watching.